Hi, and welcome to British Dad Reacts. My name is John. Thank you so much for watching. There was a period around the kind of late 1980s into the early 1990s in the UK where there was a real dance scene, rave music. This was one of the songs that was hugely popular from that period. There's a lot to talk about in this track, but it starts with the line, "A great philosopher once wrote, naughty, naughty, very naughty."
A great philosopher once wrote,
naughty, naughty, very naughty.
Now, I should say there's lots of flashing in this video, so if that's an issue for you, then probably better not to watch. The guy in the top hat with the dog is Jerry Sadowitz, a great kind of satirical comedian of the time. It's Ebeneezer Goode by the Shamen.
He's got a bit of sweet face and he goes by the name of Ebeneezer Goode. His friends call him Eezer and he is the main geezer, and he vibe up the place like no other man could. He's refined, he's sublime, he makes you feel fine and very much maligned and misunderstood. But if you know Eezer, he's a real crowd pleaser. He's ever so good, he's Ebeneezer Goode. You see that he's mischievous, mysterious and devious when he circulates amongst the people in the place. Once you know he's fun and something of a genius, he gives a grin that goes around face to face to face, backwards and then forwards, forwards and then backwards. Eezer is a geezer, he loves to muscle in. That's about the time the crowd will shout the name of Eezer as he's conjured in the corner laughing by the bass bin.
Eezer Goode, Eezer Goode, he's Ebeneezer Goode, Eezer Goode, Eezer Goode, he's Ebeneezer Goode, Eezer Goode, Eezer Goode, he's Ebeneezer Goode, Eezer Goode, Eezer Goode, he's Ebeneezer Goode.
This song was just, it's almost a kind of classic bit of British genius, really. And it created such controversy. And there was big discussions about whether it should be banned for promoting drug use. E being the letter for the drug Ecstasy. And if you listen to the song, the kind of dropping of the H from the word he, and the just use of saying E's are good. And they're saying Eezer Goode. The band at the time denied it was anything to do with drug taking. Clearly it was, and they admitted it in the future. And Mr. C was the kind of main singer. He's the kind of rapper DJ who joined the band. We'll come back to that in a little while. But just what a brilliant, brilliant dance track, and just fun.
He's Ebeneezer Goode.
Has anyone here got any Veras? Lovely.
a great philosopher once wrote,
Naughty, naughty, very naughty. Ebeneezer Goode leading like the scene, know what I mean? He created the vibe, he takes you for a ride, and as if by design, the party ignites like he's coming alive. He takes you to the top, shakes you all around and back down. You know as he gets mellow, then it's smooth as a groove that is making you move. He glides into your mind with a sunny hello. A gentleman of leisure, he's there for your pleasure, but go easy on old Eezer, he's a love you can lose. Extraordinary fella like Mr. Punchinella, he's the kind of geezer who must never be abused. When you're in town and Ebeneezer is around, you can sense the presence in the sound of the crowd. He gets them all out, the party starts rocking, the people get excited, it's time to shout loud.
Eezer Goode, Eezer Goode, he's Ebeneezer Goode, 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 he's Ebeneezer Goode, he's Ebeneezer Goode, Eezer Goode, Eezer Goode, Eezer Goode, Eezer
It's a great, great song. The Shamen, the band, were originally Scottish and they were formed in Aberdeen in 1985. And the story goes that their manager was down in London, tried out some of the music scene, went to one of these kind of acid house parties, was like, oh my goodness, the band has got to change. The band came down to London. They were doing a few things. They got introduced to, oh crikey, what's his real name? I know he's called Mr. C. It'll come back to me. Richard West, who's the main singer there and started with a lot of the lyrics, changed the whole kind of tenor of the band, really, to this more kind of dance-oriented, rave-type house, acid music sound. Okay, a couple of other things about this track. So, whilst a lot of people say this might be promoting drugs and various things, there are some lyrics in there which are warnings. And there's one short section, it says, "A gentleman of leisure, he's there for your pleasure. But go easy on old Eezer. He's the love you could lose. Extraordinarily fella like Mr. Punchinella. He's the kind of geezer who must never be abused." So many people have said that this track, even the video, just reflects the sensation and the feelings they had of taking ecstasy at the time. And it went by the nickname of the kind of the love drug, because people just chilled, were happy, wanted to be friendly with everybody and so forth. A couple of other things in the track. They use Cockney rhyming slang. Rhyming slang. I won't say Cockney rhyming slang, although Mr. C was from Holloway in North London, sort of with that sort of typical kind of North London accent. And I've talked about Cockney rhyming slang in a video I did about the band Cockney Rebel, and I put a link in the description for that. But I think in one time they say, "Have you got any Veras?" So in the very typical rhyming slang way, Vera is Vera Lynn. Vera Lynns rhymes with skins. Skins was the name for the papers used to roll a joint. He also says, "You got any salmon?" And that's salmon and trout. Rhymes with snout. Snout was a kind of slang term for tobacco. So that typical rhyming, you never use the full rhyming phrase, and that's what makes it so impenetrable for so many people who don't get that. So to go from Veras to the papers used the paper that you would use to wrap and create a joint is very, very difficult for a lot of people. It's a great, great song, and looking back, they were a great, great band. And Richard West, Mr. C, interestingly, from a very early age in his teens, was into kind of meditation, mindfulness, oneness, and the evolving nature of the human psyche. But what a great, great track. And just, I guess, to use their own words, the words of the Shamen in the track, Ebeneezer Goode, is very naughty. Thank you so much for watching.